This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, State Senator John Udechak is here to let us know what's going on in Harrisburg. Welcome to Friday Eve on FYI. I'm Ken Kara, and here comes your headlines from FYI News 13 and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Yesterday, we told you about concerns West Hazleton's police chief had about communications with Luzerne County 911. In today's Standard Speaker, Chief Brian Buglio says he was misinformed when he brought up his concerns at a council meeting this week. He adds that he spoke with Fred Rosencrans, the executive director at Luzerne County's 911 center, and now knows that the county has the equipment to solve the problems, but they are waiting on a co-location agreement from the city of Hazleton to install that equipment on a water tower in the city. Rosencrans says the last time he heard from Hazleton about this matter was in March of 2014. Hazleton Mayor Joe Iannuzzi says he is looking into this issue. Chief Buglio is coming on FYI to talk more about this issue, so we will have more soon. Police in the city of Hazleton were involved in a vehicle pursuit around 7:30 on Wednesday night. Elton Spain, 39 of Conway, South Carolina, was arrested after police say he fled after a traffic stop on East Green Street. According to the release, Spain hit the Hazleton police canine vehicle when he fled and was later caught near Route 93 and 424. Police found an empty bottle of alcohol and a suspected crack pipe in his vehicle. Spain was not injured and is being charged with multiple offenses, including driving under the influence of alcohol or a controlled substance. He was taken to Luzerne County Correctional Facility for an overnight arraignment. No police officers, including the canine, were injured. And city police are looking for a vehicle involved in a hit and run on Wednesday. They say a red newer model Ford Escape was involved in a hit and run crash in the area of Spruce and Locust Streets and then fled west on Spruce Street. The vehicle will have damage to the driver's side front end. If you have any information, please call the Hazleton Police Department or dial 911. And a Hazleton man is in jail after state police found 150 bags of heroin that he admitted were his. 19-year-old Rojas Cepeda was arraigned on Wednesday by Magisterial District Justice Judge James Dixon in Hazel Township. According to the Standard Speaker, early on January 31st, state police investigated a scene near the Ramada Inn in Hazel Township after they noticed 3 males moving quickly away from a parked car that was still running. Police found 120 bags of heroin in a fast food bag on top of a snow pile near the car. Police later found Cepeda in a room at the Ramada with 2 juvenile males. They found more heroin in the room and some in Cepeda's pants. Cepeda admitted the heroin was his but denied using it. The 2 juveniles denied involvement. They were released to their parents. Cepeda could not post $75,000 bail and was taken to jail. Hugo Selinski was found guilty of 2 counts of first-degree murder on Wednesday. Selinski was convicted of being an accomplice in the deaths of Michael Kurkowski and Tammy Fassett. Selinski will either get the death penalty or be sentenced to life in prison. In June of 2003, 2 bodies were found buried on property in Kingston Township where Selinski lived, and he was arrested back then. Here's what remember our media partner, the Standard Speaker, they have much more on some of the stories you just heard. So for in-depth local news, pick up the Standard Speaker every day or go to standardspeaker.com. Well, many people say it's the simple things in life that matter, and I think 14th District State Senator John Udechak would agree after listening to his sit-down interview with our Lisa Sugart.
He was recently sworn in for his 2nd term of office. We are pleased to welcome back to our studios Pennsylvania Senator John Udechak from the 14th Senatorial District. Senator, how are things going with your new term well into full swing already?
Well, we're humbled and grateful to have another term as the state senator from the 14th District. The people of Greater Hazleton have just been wonderful to me and to my family, so I'm very appreciative and very eager to get to work, to make government work for the people of northeastern Pennsylvania, for the people of Pennsylvania. And I think Governor Wolf, our new governor, really struck the right tone. He set a perfect tone for his administration, focusing on the simple things and saying that he wants to create jobs that pay, he wants to invest in schools that teach, and he wants government to work. Regardless of Democrat or Republican philosophy, we have to get government to work again for the people of Pennsylvania. That was the right tone. It was very exciting to be part of that inauguration of a new governor, and so I'm very eager to get to work on behalf of the good people of the 14th Senatorial District.
Now, I know you have some new appointments on committees for this new start, so tell us about some of the roles you'll be playing.
Well, I was moved into the Senate leadership. I'm part of the Senate Democratic leadership team, so I'm very grateful to be a part of that leadership team. That'll help shape the policy not only of the Democratic Party, certainly the Democratic caucus, but weigh in on the key issues and be part of the key decisions that will be made with our Republican counterparts in the Senate. So very, very happy to be part of the Senate leadership team as the caucus administrator for the Senate Democrats. Also, I remain the chairman of the Environmental and Energy Committee, which will be, again, a key committee as Marcellus Shale development, natural gas development continues to boom in Pennsylvania. The talk of a severance tax. The governor has proposed a tax similar to the one that I proposed last year with Senator Erickson, a Republican from southeastern Pennsylvania, a senator that retired, but that was a 5% severance tax that would be driven into education, the environment, and job growth. I am now on the Labor and Industry Committee, also on the Consumer Protection and Professional Licensure Committee, two very important committees, two committees that impact what we do here in northeastern Pennsylvania in many, many ways.
What is the mood like in Harrisburg? Do you think people from both sides of the aisle are willing to sit down and get things done?
Well, I think the message of the last election cycle, having one of the only, if not the only, Republican governor turned out of office, and Governor Corbett losing his reelection, big first time for that to ever happen in Pennsylvania history, I think the tone of the voters was very clear. They want government to work. You had a Republican House, a Republican Senate, a Republican governor, and things still didn't get done in Harrisburg. The frustration level is off the charts in terms of voters, in terms of taxpayers. So I think Senate leaders, Democrat, Republican, House leaders, Democrat, Republican, they got the message. We need to work together. That doesn't mean you compromise your values or your principles, but you have to recognize to get things done, you have to build consensus. There has to be compromise, and I think Governor Wolf has the right temperament. He has the right background, and I think he set the right tone again in saying we've got to focus on those simple things: jobs that pay, schools that teach, and a government that works.
So for John Udechak, what do you look at as the most important topics, the ones you just mentioned? Are we going to see pension reform? What do you think will happen?
Well, I think that's all part of it. I think when you talk about creating jobs, that means you have to set the stage. We have to modernize the tax code. We have to promote investment in Pennsylvania. We have to invest in education. A fair severance tax will give us the ability to close our budget gap, almost a $2 billion budget gap that Governor Wolf is inheriting from Governor Corbett. We're going to have to close that gap so that we don't have to overburden the property taxpayers of northeastern Pennsylvania. Over the last 4 years, when you've seen budgets that were cut, when you've seen schools that were cut, local property taxes went up. Over 70% of the school districts in Pennsylvania raised their property taxes over the last 4 years. That's because we have a bad tax structure. We need to do away, and I support Senate Bill 76. I work with our neighbor here, Senator Dave Argel, Republican from Schuylkill County. We need to change how we fund education. We need to change how we raise revenue for Pennsylvania. We need a fair tax code that promotes investment and job growth.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you back in our studios once again. Senator John Udechak from the 14th Senatorial District. We hope to hear more from you in the coming months ahead.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Lisa. And Senator Udechak is on an all-new Sam Lasan show. You can watch that tonight on Thursday night. If you miss it, check your local listings for reruns or call us here at SSPTV. We'll be happy to let you know when it's on again. And after this break, Lisa Sugart has our Downtown Hazleton Alliance for Progress segment. And this week, we are previewing Second Friday. And then Janine Mazurkevich fills us in on an interesting event taking place at Eagle Rock Resort. And in sports, we'll take a look at how the Wyoming Valley Conference was won by the Hazleton area Lady Cougars.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Well, it's Thursday, and that means it's time to hear the latest from the Downtown Hazleton Alliance for Progress. Last week, we told you about Second Friday, which is taking place tomorrow, and we told you about all the wonderful promotions at the local businesses. Well, today, Krista Schneider, the executive director, is back telling us about the many festivities that are taking place as part of Second Friday tomorrow in the downtown.
That's right. They run all day for the most part. If you want to stop at the Dragonfly, all day they have a photography and art exhibit. Joseph Pecora and his photos will be on exhibit, and Tom Cereso, he has some artwork that's going to be up. Later that afternoon from 4 to 6, Joe Pecora will be doing a live photography shoot. So it's really, really neat. You get to write on your skin with erasable marker, and he'll take these black and white photos that are really, really beautiful. And you could send positive messages or love notes or whatever you want for Valentine's Day. And he'll do that right there in the Dragonfly. There's also an art exhibit going on at the Broad Street Business Exchange. Dr. Santana's office, he has a small art gallery. And he has the work of Rayson Peralta, who is a Dominican artist and architect, on display, and that's really worth seeing. Of course, WAZL is broadcasting live from Frankie's Pizzeria. You could send a message on air to anybody that you want, as well as register for 2 free tickets to the Eric Church concert that's coming up in March. The library has a Children's Valentine's Day program. And then, of course, people should be, if they haven't already, I think it may be too late, but there should be weddings being performed at the in the Markle lobby by the mayor. And then there's, I think, did I mention the ice carving demonstration? Okay. So outside of the Shop 2 near and Jimmy's on that block there, Jack Vozar, who's an award-winning ice carver, will be doing a live ice carving demonstration from 5 to 7. And so people could go and check out his work, and then also stop in for a free hot chocolate at the Shop 2 during that time. And right down the block is the Art League. They're having a landscape art exhibit that evening. And then there's also, I think the Teen Center is also open at the Y. So lots to do for kids, for adults, for the whole family.
All right, it's all taking place tomorrow as part of the big second Friday. It's on February 13th. So Valentine's Day, come on down, shop the local shops, get some great Valentine gifts, bring the whole family out, have a wonderful time. And we'll end it again with, where do they go for more information?
Our website is www.downtownhazelton.org.
All righty, see you at Second Friday.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
I can't even count the number of times I fell on these slopes at Eagle Rock Resort, but I always had a good time and I always ate very well once I got back to the clubhouse. Here's tonight's forecast from the National Weather Service. There's a wind chill warning for our area from 7 p.m. on Thursday to 4 p.m. on Friday. So tonight, a chance of snow showers before 9 p.m., mostly cloudy with a low around -4. With the wind chill, will feel like -26. New snow accumulation of less than a ½ inch is possible on Thursday night. On the extended forecast, on Friday, mostly sunny. Our high will be 8, but it will feel again like -26 degrees. Friday night, a chance of snow showers, increasing clouds. Our low will be 7, wind chill of -5. On Saturday, we get up to 24 degrees. Snow showers are likely. Saturday night, cold again, a low around -7. Sunday, snow showers likely again in the morning. Our high will be near 5 degrees. Sunday night, low of -6. And then on Monday, it is sunny with a high near 12. Monday night will be cold once again. Our low will be 0. And tonight's weather is brought to you in part by the Ramada on Church Street in Hazelton. Monthly rooms available with free Wi-Fi and a continental breakfast. Banquet space is available for any type of gathering, including weddings, meetings, reunions, Sweet 16 parties, and more. Call the Ramada at 570-455-2061.
All right, well, we're coming upon our biggest weekend here at Eagle Rock Resort, and this event is open to the public, and we're with some of the managers that make this all possible, and I'm going to start with Joe Sando. So, Joe, tell us about what is going on here on property.
We have President's Day weekend coming up. It's a 4-day weekend, and it's the busiest ski weekend of the year. We're expecting between 4,000 to 5,000 visits this weekend, and we have our Winterfest going on this weekend, which is a huge event.
Okay, and it's really amazing because we're going to have so many people here on property, but you are invited. Bring out the family, bring the kids. There's going to be entertainment and food, and Shirley, you're going to talk about the entertainment.
Yes, Friday night we have Flaxie Morgan, 7 to 11 p.m. Saturday during the day, 1 to 5, we have Ostrich Hat. Saturday evening we have Strawberry Jam, 7 to 11 p.m. And then on Sunday we have 1 to 5, we have Pair of Nuts. Great entertainment, great time, open to the public. Come on and have a great time.
All right, we also have food for sale, right?
food in 3 entities. We have the Clubhouse Restaurant, we have the Base Lodge, and we also have the Top of Ski, the Panorama Ski Lodge.
All right, and Kathy Meisowitz, she's in charge of all the activities, and there is literally something for everyone.
Yes, it is. We basically have a lot of things going for the younger children out here. We have on Saturday we have Rainbow the Clown, and he does balloons for them, along with his wife Marie, and she does face painting for the kids, and they just love that type of thing. We also have what they call a snowman contest, where it's like a family affair outside here. What they do is they come, they build snowmen, they dress them up, and then we judge them. We also have ice carving going on outside during the day, and we'll have a gentleman doing some really nice sculptures out here. Our theme for this weekend is from the Disney movie Frozen. You'll have all different types of characters, every character from the movie. I'll be moving around here, taking pictures with the kids, handing out some gifts for little ones.
All right, so lots going on. Appropriately themed this year, Frozen. It's going to be cold, so make sure you dress really warm. But we have inside outdoor activities, ski competition, I believe, right?
Correct, yes.
Going on. And so you can check us out. All the information is on our Facebook, Eagle Rock Resort, or Instagram. But again, it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday right here at Eagle Rock Resort. So come enjoy the fun.
And before we go to break, your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers. If you didn't win the Powerball, maybe you won the pick 2. 70 is the number there. Pick 3, 728. Pick 4, 5990. Pick 5, 16171. The Lady Cougars, they hit it big last night. They're the Wyoming Valley Conference champs. We'll talk sports next.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
The Hazleton area Lady Cougars are your 2014-15 Wyoming Valley Conference Division I champions. Last night they beat Berwick 41-38 to clinch it. Here's a story about how they got there and the celebration after. Before the ladder was pulled out, before the hugs and all the photos, the Lady Cougars found themselves in an unusual situation. They were in a dogfight with the Lady Dogs. It was Berwick who held a 34-30 lead heading into the fourth quarter.
We just had to relax because we were really just overwhelmed because we've never been in like a very close game because we've been blowing teams out, but we just needed to relax as a team and we pulled it out.
Actually, we haven't been in any close games. I mean, the Whitehall game was one, but we usually get a lead and we take teams out and stuff, and where everybody's getting close games. So this was one that will help us down the road. But you can see senior night, we have 7 seniors, big crowd. Arch rival against the team we go to camp with, we really like. We did a fundraiser with them. Everything's set up for it, but boy, it was tough and it was hard, and some kids had to make big plays. Rebounds were big plays.
Down by 1, Lexi Wolk pulled down an important offensive board. Mackenzie Yuri missed the shot, but Brianna Woznicki made sure she got a second chance, and this time Yuri gave the Lady Cougars the lead for good. Later, Wolk was back working the offensive glass, and the Lady Cougars offense was working the clock, taking over a minute of time before Yuri nailed another big 3 to put Hazleton area up by 5. Berwick clawed back within 1 and had a chance to take the lead late, but after a miss, Wolk and Kendra File teamed up to force a jump ball that gave possession back to the Big HA and led to some big free throws from Woznicki, a 4-year starter who just came back from being injured.
In the Tunkhannock game, her 2 teeth went through her lip, and she got 6 stitches and just got them out 2 days ago. She came to the Pittston game, got a release one day, but she wasn't playing that game, but she was there for moral support. She's real happy. This week we have an Athlete of the Week. She got that with her inspiration and the way she was on the bench and helped us beat Pittston up there, and how fitting her making the foul shots there. And wait, there are only points.
The last time the Lady Cougars won a Wyoming Valley Conference championship was in 2009. Before this season, they were picked by some media outlets to finish 3rd or 4th in the division. Head coach Joe Gavio says he understands why they were picked there, but adds his players bought into their roles and built confidence as the wins started to pile up. All of a sudden, the team that wasn't expected to win it all was all ready for a playoff game for the conference championship with Pittston area. But then the unexpected unexpected happened again. Berwick beat the Lady Patriots, putting Hazleton area all alone in first place.
It's almost like, oh, we're not used to this. Like, oh my God, we can win this at home on senior. Now, what could be better? On live TV, you're here. I mean, it's like I had a feeling of a big-time game. This is what you play for, girls. You play to get to a game like this. But make no question about it, we were tight. We were looking toward the end. They had the ladder ready. Don't do that stuff, you know. But so it was great. It was a great night for Lady Cougar basketball.
Looking back last year to now, are you surprised you guys are here, top of the Wyoming Valley Conference, or did you see it coming with this?
I knew that we had it in as 110%. We worked very hard each and every day, day in and out, and we deserve this. And I'm so proud of my team. It's unbelievable.
How important was it? I mean, your senior year, this is such a successful program, and to go out and bring winning back, really. I mean, get another conference championship.
It feels great to bring something to our school, and I don't know what to say. I'm so happy.
Maybe you can't sum up what this championship means in words. That's okay, because there's another way to see just how important this night was to a group of young women and their coaches. The song One Shining Moment just always gets me, and before I burst out into tears, let's go to the FYI Standard Speaker scoreboard. Heard that last night. The Tamaqua Blue Raiders will be playing for a conference championship on Friday. It's Tamaqua versus Pottsville, Part 3 for a Schuylkill League title. In other action, Marion beat Lourdes. They're inching their way to the District 11 playoffs. MMI, they got a victory on Tuesday. In the pool, Hazleton area got a sweep on senior night. And finally, the Penguins knocked off Binghamton 4-1 at home. Thursday is $1 burger night at Bottlenecks. Get a juicy 4th pound burger for only $1 all night long.
News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Martha E. Garber of Whitehall. Memorial Mass is Saturday at 1 p.m. at the St. John Fisher Catholic Church. Ann B. Sullivan of Drums. Arrangements will be announced by the Turnbach Funeral Home. Helen Bresnak, formerly of Freeland, the McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home will announce complete arrangements. Anna R. Pavlishin, formerly of West Hazleton, arrangements will be announced by the John J. Pustai Funeral Home. Doris Klesch, formerly of Hazleton, arrangements will be announced by the Harmon Funeral Home. And Robert E. Zoshak of Freeland, the McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home will announce complete arrangements. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Sherry Boyle of Sugarloaf. Sherry, if you're watching, give us a call right now, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
Let's wrap up the week tomorrow on Second Friday, on Friday the 13th, and on Valentine's Day Eve. Come back tomorrow. We'll see you then. Take it easy, everyone.